Choosing a safe caregiver. Choosing your caregiver wisely. Choosing a caregiver is the single most important decision you will make as a parent. In fact, your baby's life depends on it. A caregiver is anyone who cares for your child in your absence, whether it is your husband, boyfriend, wife, father, brother, mother, cousin, neighbor, or best friend. Make sure that person is safe and capable. If you do not totally trust the person, do not leave them alone with your child for even 1 minute.
You know, there may be no more important decision that parents have to make than how to trust someone else to help care for their baby. So clearly, great pains should be taken to be as sure as possible about the intentions, the qualifications, the capabilities of somebody who's going to help you care for your baby.
Choosing a safe caregiver is critically important. One of the things that we tell our families all the time is that really be familiar and know who you leave your children with. Also be really confident in knowing that they embrace your own practices for how you keep your family safe.
Being a parent is a very important job, and it's part of our job to make sure that we keep our kids safe and that they're very well taken care of and loved when we are not with them. So choosing that person that you're going to entrust your child to while you're gone is very important. So as much time as you need to spend doing that, it's important that you invest that time. And again, if you do not feel comfortable, you keep looking until you find the person that you feel comfortable with.
So meet the person, go visit the home or the center, spend some time there with and without your baby, and see how comfortable you feel.
Take your time when choosing your child's caregiver. It is important to spend time choosing your caregiver. Conduct a background check. Ask for references and get to know the person. Watch how your caregiver reacts in a stressful situation. A good caregiver is mentally capable of handling frustration and stressful situations. Look for nurturing qualities and someone who has experience caring for children. Make sure the environment is safe and your caregiver knows how to take care of your infant's needs. It is especially important that your caregiver knows how to safely soothe a crying baby.
You really have to know the mental status and emotional status of people who you leave your children with.
The mental health of infants and young children is absolutely linked to the mental health of their caregivers and parents.
I think it would be important, if they're not going to come to your house, that you go to their home and you check that out. Is it clean? Does it have plugs in the outlets? Is it set up for safety for the child? And then just talk to the person about their health and their energy level and their patience. Ask for references. Do a background check on that person. Even if it's family, I still suggest that you do all these things.
If I could only express to you how often I read about sometimes horribly tragic and violent things that happen to children and to infants that happen at the hands of somebody that the mother or father thinks they love. Somebody that they've hooked up with that they think they can trust, but they haven't known them very long. And then they don't realize that this person may not have parented before. This person may not know how to handle a crying baby, and somebody snaps. And next thing you know, you've got a shaken baby situation.
And I believe that preparing family members, extended caregivers, about safety of infants and children is critically important. Have it written out. Have a plan. Have a plan that can actually go from one hand to the other to be able to say, you're taking care of my child. Today, here is our family plan in regards to the safety and well-being of our baby.
What is that the prospective caregiver ask you about your own infant? They should have really good questions, which will help you believe that they are very interested in getting to know your child, learning about your baby, and respecting you as the expert.
It's important to pay attention to the emotional investment of the caregiver. Is this caregiver detached from the child? indifferent? Does the caregiver get stressed out and start blaming the child and start yelling at the child? Is his or her attitude toward discipline punitive or nurturing? That's important. That's a discussion that you may have with the caregivers. How are you going to deal with the problems of parenting? Make sure the caregiver has some basic knowledge of child development. So the caregiver can provide opportunities for optimal growth and development, meaning appropriate toys, food, care, things like that. And it might be good that this caregiver has some training, some parent training. Finally, the child is your guide. If you see the child that is thriving and happy, then that means that things are going well, probably. And, well, you can learn a lot by watching the interaction between your child and the caregiver. Never leave a baby alone with an adult who has been drinking or abusing drugs, and never leave a baby alone with a person that you know is short-tempered or lacks of self-control.
There is support for you and your baby. You are not alone.
There are several resources that can guide you, can build on your strengths, such as parent trainings. You have programs such as Healthy Start and the home visiting program. You have professionals that can guide you and give you tips that you could use. But you're not alone. You shouldn't be alone. Try to involve all the caregivers, daycare providers, your partner, the grandparents, the pediatrician, every person that is involved, and let them know that you're doing this and this. So don't be alone.
There is support for you and your baby. You are not alone. There are many programs available to parents. The Healthy Start Coalition can help you with pregnancy, parenting, and child development.